just going to say this really annoys me. Because it's
I saw a meme the other day.
Recycled together. I do recycle them together anyway. I know a lot of people don't.
I saw a meme the other day, and it was like a picture of China or India in 2024, and it's like an array of like technology, this, that, whatever.
And we've got that.
And then ours was just a picture of the bottle open and it squashing against someone's nose. That's kind of true, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cracking open a cold one with the boys. I need to put my phone on silent.
Set a timer for 49 minutes. Don't ask me why I did.
So it's going to be a short podcast. Hello, everyone, by the way.
I did 49 minutes because...
We need to say hello.
There was the battery life on the camera.
Oh, dear.
No, the memory card life, sorry. Hi, guys.
Hi, I'm Aaron.
I said it. I'm Gareth.
And we are your favourite detailers and your favourite podcasters. One day we're going to be massive.
I was just smirking at the camera.
One day we're going to be rich and famous.
Hopefully. Have you got the...
Famous.
Just so we're ready, have you got the questions ready on your phone?
I've got questions. They're in there.
Okay. So what we're thinking we were going to do today was... Obviously, we've put a post up on a story to ask what you want to... Why can I not get my words out? What you want to ask us.
Basically, yeah. So we've got a couple of questions, topics that people have sent in, but I feel like we needed a little bit of a base for this podcast because the first one, we went in blind, just spoke random
Just the test.
shit. The second one, we had Brad on from here, and now it's us two again, and we're kind of going to keep that...
Yeah, we're going to do like a guest, us, a guest, us, a guest, us.
Just because we know you lot love us
and
so
Tim,
much.
we are going to have you on for the next episode.
Yeah, I promise.
Put it on record now.
Yeah. And thanks for the drinks.
Yeah, thank you. We'll pay for them tomorrow.
And the reason I'm having a Red Bull at 7:45 at night is because we're go-karting after this. So that's a reason we've got a timer on the phone because we need to leave here in exactly an hour. The camera that you're watching us on has X amount of battery left.
45
and
minutes left,
also the memory card only has certain battery. So this is going to be a fairly short episode. When I say short, 45 minutes-ish.
Yeah, that's roughly what the first one was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I can be sneaky enough, I'm going to put some footage of the karting in this video, like now.
Just hanging his
but
phone.
But if there's nothing there, then it didn't happen. It didn't happen. And
then it's going to go flying.
I got told off and kicked out because I don't have a head mount for my helmet. Well, I don't have
loads of gaffer tape.
I don't have my own helmet, so it doesn't, you know.
But anyway, going back to what I was saying, I was thinking of themes earlier, and I think today we're going to talk about movies, and not just. We will talk about movies in general, but car movies.
Because as of about 3 hours ago, we didn't have a topic for tonight, so
had nothing. We've been very busy.
Yeah,
crazy busy. We've been busy detailing. We've been busy making videos. Even busier making more videos, and then more videos, podcasts, and more videos, and then trying to work in between, and trying to keep our missus and family happy as well. So it's it's just balls to the wall. But anyway,
so we were talking about doing films, weren't we? Like when we first started, we was like, well, we'll do an episode about.
But before we get into that, let's do like questions, topics.
The Q&A. Have you got them ready to go?
Yeah, I've got some, but then we had some from last time that we never touched on. Yeah, so you load them up. So what we're going to do, we might just pause and skip to the questions.
Yeah. Unless we can find them really quick.
Unless we find... I mean, I think I've got them up right now.
I can't remember.
Unless we just keep talking as we're... Right, okay, I tell you what, one topic before we even start. Okay. So I shared something on the story today. So today's the 9th of October, so some of you might have seen. I shared a post about RWB.
Oh, yeah.
Which has a lot of mixed feelings. So some of you might know RWB, Ralph Welts, but the Porsches, wide body Porsches, I think everyone's seen them. Everyone that's into cars will 100% have seen them. Some of you that don't know, search RWB 911, you'll see pictures of loads come up. Now, I mean, what are your thoughts?
I agreed with you earlier, and I said it was a scam.
Yeah.
It's not a scam in the general sense of being a scam. It's like...
Well, it's like art. What we were talking about earlier, like art it's subjective.
Yeah.
Now, to us, we obviously work on cars. Mm-hmm. We have like a certain expectation on how we do the job, and like it's literally the last thing we'd want to do is Tiger Seal a body kit.
Car, yeah,
cut it up, Tiger Seal a body kit onto a car, and say, yeah, it looks sick, bro.
Yeah.
Like
when someone does that with a painting and they chuck paint at it, it's like that's fine. People are like, oh, it's art, and I suppose people say the same thing with his cars, but it's just, to me, there's just no skill involved.
No, there isn't really. I mean, we know people that work with cars. We work with cars. We know crafts. We know plenty of people in different crafts, and like
I put value on like skill or talent. That's how I like value stuff.
Yeah. Same here.
Like those Range Rovers we were looking at yesterday. So there's a company called Inverted, and there's a guy here who was doing some welding. So JNC have taken on a fabricator basically to help with the restoration projects, and he worked for a company called Inverted, who make electric cars, hybrid cars, and the Range Rover that he was working on, like that is skill. They're going for 245 grand if you look at them online, but you can almost justify that because of the amount of time and stuff it takes to actually make them. And
I'd love to know how much RWB. What is that his name? What is his name?
No,
again?
that's not. That's the company.
His
name's Akira something.
Akira something, isn't it? Yeah. I'd love to know.
Let me just check that just in case.
I'd love to know what he charges. Like, how much is it to fly him out?
It's a lot.
I can imagine.
It's not 245 grand, but I bet it's not far off.
For him to come round, chop up your beautiful 911, you know, whether it's a 964, 993, even a newer one, like, chop it up.
Akira Nakai, that's his name.
That's in a car, yeah.
You pay for him, you got to get your unit cleaned out afterwards because he's smoked so much in there.
Smokes so much, makes an absolute mess.
Yeah.
Like, and then Tiger Seals it. And some people are like, yeah, but he tapes up to Tiger Seal it. And
does he? Oh, no, he does.
Yeah. He tapes up the edges. So
but then it's the way he's got, like, little spray out cards and he's just, like, satin blacking. Like,
the mesh he uses is from Halfords.
Going everywhere.
It's literally from Halfords. He'd be there, like, cutting it to shape, banging it into place, and then fagging his mouth.
Oh, no, but I'm talking, well, that as well. But, I mean, the bits where...
Like,
you know, like if you've got like a bit of trim that's like needs paint, like it's under the arch or something, he like gets like a bit of cardboard and just like...
Oh, yeah.
And you can just see it like going around the side onto the bodywork.
Yeah. And it's like...
Which
we're going to get so much hate because I know there's so many people that absolutely bum him.
Yeah.
And like... just like fair play to him for making it work, though.
Yeah,
like fair play to him because he's made it work. He's made a lot of money. He's well known all over the world.
Wasn't there a guy that we don't know him, but like there's a guy in the UK who, like, is in the detailing scene?
Yes, I believe it was Sam's Detailing.
Was it I was going to say was it Slim's, but
I think it was Sam's. And they had it done. And like I say, fair play, each to their own. These are our opinions. Opinions are like arseholes. Everyone has one. But
I suppose if you appreciate, like, not appreciate, what's the word I'm looking? If you like what he does, then it's great. Like, it's
their own. Each to their own. Yeah. We just can't see it.
Yeah.
Because
then I can't.
We've seen cars that are fabricated, like where people have spent time, panel beaters have spent time.
Hours, weeks.
And it's just like, and they'll get it perfect. And it's like, that to me is craft.
Yeah.
Someone literally taking a saw to a car and then putting a fiberglass body on.
We could do so easily.
Anyone could. I was doing that shit when I was 18.
Yeah.
Like, and don't get me wrong, it's a wide body 911. I think that's what people like about it because they look cool.
Yeah, the
which
finished
I'm not going to take away.
Cool.
They do, but looking up close at one,
Yeah,
I'm like, this is
really
shoddy.
Yeah.
So shoddy. But then this is the same thing going back to like the car scene that we came from. Like I remember back in the day, I sound so old now, but back in the day going to certain car shows and like the level of cars would be insane. Like, people have spent time, money, whatever, hours and hours in their garage building something, and it's incredible. But then it's like years later, you'll see pictures of a car online. It's, oh yeah, it looks cool. Then you see it in person. It's like, well, that's a bit shoddy. I'm
going to contradict myself though, because I slag him off and slag off that brand, but then I love like an old Ferrari that was built in a garage in the 50s and no panel gap is matching and no panel is the same length, and I'm like, oh, that's romantic. But then I think it's just because I think I just like things that are old, and I don't like it when someone tries to do it now. I don't know.
Yeah, but again, a Ferrari from the 50s where everything's panel beaten by hand.
Yeah, but they were still crap.
Yeah.
But it was like they say, it's the romance of it.
Yeah, but you weren't using silicon to fill gaps in here and there, and plus you didn't have the technology back then as you do now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's I can forgive it when it was back then.
Yeah, because it was just that time. Yeah.
Yeah, and to be fair, the craft back then was, in all honesty, better than it is now, in my opinion.
Yeah, I just don't know if it was on cars like early Ferraris and stuff like that. I don't know how, because you hear that they were really bad.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of what made them as good as they were.
But they were a death trap that go really fast.
I'm contradicting myself in a way.
Yeah, I get that.
I just don't like RWB.
Yeah. Like I say, I do like the look of him from a distance.
Yeah.
But from a distance, that is literally it. They are just. But let us know your thoughts. Like, I know we're gonna piss people off.
We might get cancelled for saying we don't like RWB.
I know, yeah. Detail is the shit.
I'm trying to find some of the questions from like the last time, because that was a while ago. I screen grabbed them, but
well, someone asked about what our favourite thing is.
What our favourite? What, just in general?
Just our favourite thing. No, someone asked.
Big booty bitch. Sorry. That's a really broad question.
No, it's not favourite things. Favourite things about your job.
Was that Soraya?
Yeah, I'm from Soraya.
Hello.
Deep.
Hi, Soraya.
You could have just asked him in person.
She did when I picked her up earlier.
Oh, did you answer?
No. I was like, you go off.
What is your favourite thing about this job?
Getting to like release the like OCD, I guess. Sometimes you don't get to release it enough.
Mm.
You know, when it's not our car, and obviously we're going to go so far with it, so that can be irritating. But yeah, it's almost like if you're annoyed, obviously sometimes you clean your own. Not annoyed. If you're pissed off, you clean your own car. That can be a therapeutic thing.
Yeah,
but you come to work every day, and you know that if you're annoyed at something in the morning, by the time you've done a job, unless it's a job you don't particularly like in the detailing thing, but like I go to work and I'm like, oh, I'm going to be happy by 10 o'clock because I'll have done something.
I suppose that's not with everything though, is it? Because it's like yeah, there's I agree. There is aspects of the job where if we can get into the real nitty gritty things. That's like, oh yes.
If you say coat this interior, I'm like, oh, because that's one job I hate doing. Because you don't see any benefit from it, especially when it's on a new car. You don't see any benefit. You're just putting this fluid onto leather, and you're like, all right, it's done.
Yeah.
But when you're like, clean this really filthy engine bay, I'm like, yes.
That's why I give you the cleaning job. Yeah. No, to be fair, new car details, unless it's... it is satisfying. I find the exterior satisfying to do, but...
They're just the money,
new cars. The only... I suppose one thing I like about new car details is getting something brand new in and protecting it from the get-go when it is brand new. It's like, you know, when you get a brand new phone and you're first putting that screen protector on, and it's really satisfying. I do get satisfaction from that.
This sounds really sounds like I'm taking the piss, but I'm not. But the best thing about a new car detail is seeing it leave, because you've done everything, and there is actually a difference between when it came in.
Yeah, and
but
to be
as
honest,
you're doing the bits on the car, there's no difference. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, there is, but it's fractional.
It's very, very
like we can't. The cars do look glossier because of the fact we've polished them, because of the fact we've coated them, or we've done whatever to them. So we have prepped them.
Unlike with a black car that's really swirly, with the new car, like that Merc we did last week, you have to step back and go, oh yeah.
Yeah, it is the small details that make.
Yeah.
See what I did there? Yeah. I do agree with you there. But one thing I like about getting new car details is the fact that it's brand new and it's something different. Well, no, not just that, but like you're getting to see, like, I mean, we're such an eclectic mix of cars that we'll get in that are brand new. So it's like, oh, okay, this manufacturer's done this different. Oh, they've introduced this, or just random little things, and it's like, oh yeah, that's quite cool actually. Or that I do enjoy that aspect of it with new cars.
So when I say plastic bits, we had, was it a GLA, CLA?
Wait, the red one.
The red one, yeah.
GLA, yeah.
We had a brand new GLA, and it literally just come from Chesterfield, straight from dealership to here. But yeah, we were working on it, and I had the wheels off to coat them, and I noticed there's a load of things on the.
It was the suspension arm. Was it the hub?
Well, the hub, sorry.
It was part of the hub, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was all plastic.
It looked like 3D printed.
Yeah, it was
plastic.
So that's what you mean about seeing different things and seeing how manufacturers starting to do things these days. Don't get me wrong, I think it looked a bit crap, but
it was weird.
Yeah, well, you pay that. I imagine you pay a lot of money for a car like that, and to have. Don't get me wrong, it won't rust.
Yeah, it won't corrode. Yeah,
but it was just grey plastic, and it was a bit.
But it's one of those. When it's under the car, it doesn't matter.
I suppose.
To be fair, I was more talking about the other sorts of technologies that you start seeing on cars.
Oh, okay.
I'm not just talking like in-car entertainment. I'm just the vast.
Like that thing on my stepdad's car, the
reverse feature and all that. It's mad that Kia has that now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
His stepdad has a Kia Sportage.
Yeah.
And Kia are really getting out there now. Because, I mean, that was a...
And it wasn't even like the BMWs that have the screen on. It was just two buttons. Or
you literally press the unlock button or the lock button, whichever it is, in a sequence, and then your car can forwards and backwards out of. And I know it's not a new technology, but that was...
For Kia, it's like...
Well, for most manufacturers now, that's new, but it was like... For me, I feel like it was the BMW. I don't know what car did it first.
The first one I saw was a 7
Series.
About 8 years, 7, 8 years.
Yeah, but I know it's kind of trickled down. We're starting to see it on other cars now, which is quite cool.
Yeah, because the 7 Series back then would have been like 110 grand for that, with that kind of technology on, whereas now, that Kia, I can't imagine it's any more than 40, maybe 45, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Anyway, what's your favourite thing about the job?
This is going to sound really... I genuinely... You're
going to say, like, seeing people's faces?
It's the reaction.
Is that what you're going to say?
Genuinely, like, because, like, for me, like, been doing this so long, and it don't get me wrong, like you said, there is those other aspects, like the satisfying bits when you're doing a certain thing on a job. Or whatever the little job is, then little tasks you can really get into that make such a difference. There's that's obviously part of it. But overall, when you do the job and the client appreciates those tiny little things, and it's like just that initial reaction you get, and they're just like,
it's like shocked almost. Like the guy
earlier, we're doing a Porsche Cayenne for a client of ours, and he said he dropped the car off. He's having essentially the full works, paint correction. He's having Chrysosome Ultra. He's had the calipers redone by us. We've done the wheels, and he's having the interior done. Literally the works.
Everything you could have done that's on an older car.
Yeah. And he said, he was like, Aaron, once I drop the car off, that's it. I don't want to see it. I will have to pop in to like drop a few bits off here or there.
I'll stand at the door.
But I am not coming in. I do not want to see it. Don't send me any pictures or anything. I don't want to see it. I was like, that's fine. I was like, a lot of people are quite interested normally. They want to come in and see it. And he was like, no. I literally want to walk in and be like, whoa, like it's a brand new car. You know, I can imagine like Pimp My Ride style. And literally just walking in and just be like, oh, shit. But yeah, he was like, I don't want to see it. Then earlier on, I think I'd nipped around to see Craig here. Yeah. In fact, about that KN. Because it's had a couple of issues with it, and yeah, I walked back to the unit. I saw his other car outside. I was like, oh, he's not in the driver's seat. Shit, he's inside the unit. Yes. And I walked in, and he's there next to the car, looking at it, just like. And it was so funny. I was like, mate, you weren't meant to see it. And he was like, I didn't want to, but Gaz invited me in, and I was just stood at the door.
I didn't tell him. He was like, shall I come in? And I was like, you should do what you want.
Yeah. And then he did. But then, like, literally, for the next, he was there for about 20 minutes, half an hour, just like, oh my God, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I genuinely, because it's got the wheel covers on it, just to stop them getting dusty. Obviously, it's up in the air and it looks shiny. It's literally, I think we just finished all the touch-ups, finished polishing it. So it was about at the coating stage. And yeah, he saw it on the ramp and he was like, no, that's not my car. Where's my car? And he was like, genuinely, I thought that wasn't my car because I couldn't see the wheels or anything. And yeah,
that's a good feeling.
Like, yeah. And I genuinely love that feeling. And then it's just, I am a people person as while my social battery is still charged.
Yours is longer than mine. Like,
it does run out, but yeah. I do like being a people person and getting to meet people and whatever, and I do like that aspect of this because granted, not everyone is a car enthusiast, and it's not like I only get on with car enthusiasts. I don't. I get on with anyone that I can hold a conversation with. But I do really like that aspect, the kind of community aspect. And to be honest, going on to like the reason we moved here was purely because we'd come away from that community aspect of
trying to get back into it.
Yeah, and obviously I had that relationship with clients and whatnot, and I always kind of kept that, but now we're in it a lot more often, which is quite cool.
It makes it easier to stay motivated when the people around you are all
100%
stuff.
100%. But no, I genuinely think that has got to, and like I say, it sounds so cliche, and I bet every detail is like, oh, I love seeing people's reactions. I genuinely love it. Yeah. Like, it makes my, like, I could, when we've had those horrid jobs, and I've had some horrid jobs in the past, and you're just like, you're just wishing you never took it on. But then you finish it off and you step back and you're like, to be fair, it does look good now.
Yeah.
It does look good.
Even though we had to go through all that, it's still...
Yeah, it just kind of... It helps reconfirm that you're doing a good job. I don't need confirmation that I'm doing a good job, but getting that is a bonus. So when people are like, hot damn, that is unreal, you've done an epic job, I'm like,
I'm gonna I'm going to say we do one more question and then we'll move on to the car stuff because we've got like less than 25 minutes.
Aye.
So I say we go with this question. Ridiculous longevity claims of ceramic coatings, and that's from Velocity Car Detailing, who was down here a few weeks ago.
John. Hi, John.
Is that his name? I didn't catch his name. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I fucking hope I've got that right now. Like, put me on the spot. I'm shit with names.
He doesn't look
John.
like a John.
Yeah, it is John.
I don't know what Johns look like, but he doesn't look like a John.
He doesn't look like a John. What does he look like? Max. No,
yeah, like a Max or a Matt or...
Not a Matt.
Speaking of Matt, actually, we're supposed to be going go-karting with him tonight, but he's just had a baby. So
wait, no.
Yeah. Well, the waters are broke, so...
I don't think he's had it.
Like 3 days ago. I'm pretty sure. Well, maybe not.
No, I don't know.
Really? Shows I'm talking about babies.
But yeah. I don't know.
He's about to have a baby.
Yeah,
Any day now.
So I hope everything's
Not
going
him
well.
personally,
We need to have a catch up with him.
Police
find out. But yeah, so hopefully it's all good.
So he should have been karting tonight, but
yeah,
we'll have to go for you.
Yeah, he did try and get us not to go. He was like,
oh, did he?
Yeah. He was like, so do you want to just call up and cancel?
It's because you're jealous.
I was like, oh, but we've got a group of us going now. And he was like, oh.
I can just imagine
but
it.
I want to come. Can't you just wait till next time? I was like, well, we'll just come next time as well. He's like, but I'm missing out. I was like, you're having a baby.
Is Al still going, do you know?
No, he messaged me earlier saying he's ill.
Me, you. We're going with the guys from
Polar Dry Ice.
Polar Dry Ice, yeah.
Show Matt, it's done.
Anyway, so ridiculous longevity claims on ceramic coatings.
So
I'm assuming that's like not what customers have said, but what brands have said that they can.
Well, it's like it's like dealerships.
Oh yeah.
Lifetime guarantee. Now I've always said that whole lifetime thing. I don't know if you can hear that in the background, but that's the Rolls-Royce employees making a
Rolls-Royce
racket
Motor
in
Club
here.
doing stuff on the car.
Lads, keep it down.
Not too far away.
Bang, bang, bang. Yeah, hopefully you can't hear that. But anyway.
Dealership claims.
Yeah.
There's no such thing
but
as
then
a lifetime
I don't know
coating.
if it's just dealership claims. I think he's referring to just coating manufacturers in general. Because a lot of coating manufacturers will state that the coatings will last X amount of time. I mean, G-Technic do, right?
Yeah.
They do with obviously EXO, CSL, and Ultra. Now, the reason we like G-Technic, we obviously went on board with G-Technic. I've used them for years, tried and tested for the last 10 years for me. Obviously, you've used G-Technic along with me.
Well, I used to valet loads of cars that you'd done.
That we'd looked after. And
some of them 3-4 years later. Even though they should have had a top-up.
Yeah, 100%.
We're still fine.
And, it's one of those where I believe that if the coating is properly maintained and decontaminated and whatnot, I don't see an issue with it lasting. Now, obviously with G-Technic, what I like about the fact, because I'm not going to lie, I was skeptical about the 9-year coating. Yeah. I genuinely, I'll pull my hands up. I don't know if I've spoke about this before. I know I've spoke about it to like friends, clients and whatever else. I was really skeptical about the 9-year coating, thinking there's no way in hell a coating can last 9 years. But the way...
The 5-year ones last.
Well, not just that, but it's the way G-Technic will back their coatings up with a warranty. And all they state is as long as the car is inspected and maintained at least once a year and it's ticked off by an accredited detailer, they will guarantee it. Now, if a manufacturer's willing to guarantee it lasting that long, I'm like, fair play. But then I know there will be manufacturers out there that'll say, 10-year guarantee or this or that, but then have no backup for it.
Also, it's got to be made clear that like it's only guaranteed if it's maintained properly. Like if you're taking it to the cheap hand car washes,
then it's not
every week, then they can't cover that.
Again, though, like I always say, take that longevity with a pinch of salt, because if you drive a 911 and you drive it on the weekends, the car's garaged, you wash it every 3-4 weeks, and whatever else, that coating will most likely last a very long time. And obviously, in between, you have an interim service, you have it maintained, and blah, blah, blah. That coating will most likely last, in my opinion. Now, if you're
the SQ5 that we did,
perfect example. There was a customer with an SQ5. He'd bought it to me 6 years ago. I applied CSL and EXO onto that. Obviously, EXO 6 years ago, I believe would have been version 3, version 2, version 3.
That should have had a top up.
It should have been topped up. I'd not seen him since then. The guy's retired, keeps the car in a garage. He'd only done 10, 15,000 miles in that time, so not much. And the car came back practically like...
Probably shouldn't be singing its praises too much because people won't come back for the top-ups.
I know. But then adding to that, the car was garaged.
Yeah.
And it looked after it and not done that many miles. If I was on the road every day,
it definitely needs a top.
Yeah, 100%. And it was mint. The car, it didn't look like the car had been touched since I did it 6 years ago. But again, going back to it, you can't control the what am I trying to say? It's there's different elements that you have to consider. Like if you, again, going back to that thing I was saying, if you've got a 911, keep it in a garage, only take it out, but you know, every other weekend or whatever, then yeah, it's going to last. Whereas if it's a daily driver, if it's your X5 that's stored outside, it's not ever garaged. You'll wash it every couple of weeks, few weeks. Obviously, you do get the wear and tear of washing it every so often, so that will slowly degrade it.
It's a bit of a catch-22, isn't it? You want to keep it clean, and you have to take the dirt off at some point, so it doesn't etch the coating. But you
don't want to leave it on too long. And
but you're also going to scratch the car washing it.
Yeah,
you know, even if you're really careful, eventually 100%. You're going to put wash marks.
And then it also comes down to where you live, because if you live down a country lane somewhere, you're going to have a way more cow poo and soil and acidic mud and this, that.
Acidic mud?
Well, you know what I'm trying to say. I'm just, yeah.
Where does the customer live?
No, but generally, if you've got cow pat and horse poo and other feces mixed in, it's going to be, it's not going to be pH balanced. So when you're considering all that, or of course, if you live by a beach town or something like that, way more salts, and there's all these things to consider. So I always say with the coatings,
sunlight. What's sunlight like on a coating? I don't think I've ever.
Again, it causes UV damage, so over time it will again deteriorate. There's all these elements to consider, and a coating is there to help maintain the finish. Now, I will I'll always advise the customer on their own situation. So again, if it's a car that is a daily driver, I am going to push them to have the car maintained with us way more often. And I am going to say, look, okay, you might get a guarantee for X amount of years, but with the amount you use the car, amount of mileage that you do, maybe it might be a case that in 3-4 years, because of the defects it's picked up, we're going to have to strip it back and start again. And that's not down to the coating failing. That is literally down to general wear and tear. Look, if it's a car that rarely sees the road, it's going to last. So, I do think I think people need to learn that there's no such thing as a lifetime guaranteed coating. They're banging again. I don't know if you can hear it. But yeah, there's no such thing as that. And take the longevity of the coatings with a pinch of salt, because every situation is different. Everyone's situation.
I'm hoping that's answered that question.
I don't think it'll answer the question, because I mean, to be honest, I want to get John on here at some point, so it'll be good to have a chat.
But the ridiculous claims about coatings are the things you see in like Facebook videos where people set fire to them and.
Do you remember the lighter trick? Bang, bang, bang with a lighter. I mean, did you ever see that?
I do remember that. But why were they banging the lighter?
It was about 10 years ago, maybe a bit longer.
I recall this, but I can't remember what it was.
Anytime they'd coat a car, they'd then take a lighter, the back of a lighter, and bang it against the panel.
Show that it's
abrasion resistance or impact resistance.
It's still going to dent the car.
I don't know what that proves. And then they'd set it on fire and whatever else. It's fucking stupid
for all
claims.
the people that drive through fires.
That's where the industry needs shaking up. And I mean, to be honest, I don't see any of that anymore. But
and it was mostly for like Chinese coatings and stuff like that. Like it wasn't like Diamond Bright weren't doing that.
No.
But they do make ridiculous claims. I don't know if it's companies like Diamond Bright that make the ridiculous claims, or if it's the dealership.
So I was having this conversation with a customer earlier who'd called up about his Porsche, a new Porsche that he's bought. and you know, it's the one thing we were talking about is. Sorry, guys. There's a lot of noise in the background. I don't know if you can hear it.
I'm sure I'll be able to sort it. It'll be fine.
I don't know what's going on.
It
sounds like someone's dragging something metal across the floor, across the length.
This is really nerdy, but I've got an AI plugin. When I'm editing, I can like cut out background noise. It's quite cool. Anyway, I'm hoping it can sort that out.
But yeah, we were talking about all these coatings: Diamond Bite, G3 glass coat, Autoglim, Life Shine, whatever it is, G-Technic, CarPro, Geon. Williams, like there's all these different brands. Now, people always slate the dealership coatings, Diamond Bright and whatever else.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with those coatings because protection is protection.
Yeah. If they're applied properly, we should do that one day. We should, as like for a YouTube video, we should get a coating like that.
And just test them out.
Yeah.
I think plenty of people have done that before. But
not because we want to use them, but just to see if they can be good.
In my opinion, it always comes down to the preparation. If the preparation is right and the LSP, the last stage products, or whatever it is, a wax coating, synthetic coating, whatever it is, if it bonds better, then it should give some sort of protection. You know, a condom's a condom. You get all different types of condoms, but they all protect to an extent.
Yeah, but some split.
Yeah, but they up until they do, they still protect. But yeah. So yeah, hopefully we can carry on that conversation when he does make it onto the podcast.
Yeah. So we got just less than 15 minutes, I think.
Right.
It might last a bit longer. Films.
Right. Okay. So there's a film I really want to talk about, and I've been wanting to talk about this for weeks, but I've saved it for the podcast.
Okay.
The Art of Racing in the Rain.
Don't spend too long.
I feel like
I've not seen it. So
no. I feel
I'm
like
not worried about you spoiling it. I just can't contribute.
It's been that long since I watched it. Of racing.
Yeah, The Art of Racing in the Rain. That's what's
called. The Art of Racing in the Rain. Now, oh my god! If you like cars,
if you like dogs,
which if you don't, then you shouldn't be watching this anyway.
Yeah.
We don't like you. But yeah, if you like cars, you like dogs, watch the film. Oh my God.
So we were at a pub a few weeks ago and, it was more than that now, wasn't it? A month, 2 months ago? I don't know. Anyway, we were outside this pub and there was this guy with this dog. It was getting quite late and he wanted to go inside and get a drink and he was like, oh, can you watch my dog? Naturally, we were like, yeah. And
he just hands us the lead and go, there you go.
The dog was gorgeous.
Beautiful dog.
What was it again? Something shepherd.
Shepherd, yeah. I can't remember. Big, fluffy.
I want to say
beautiful.
It wasn't a Caucasian shepherd. Maybe it was.
It wasn't a Caucasian shepherd.
It was a mountain. It was named after a mountain.
Yeah,
Carpathian shepherd?
Carpathian, yes. And yeah, he just kind of handed us the lead and goes, there you go. And then yeah, well, he came back and we just started chatting.
Yeah, we just
about dogs.
Found out his whole life story. Well, him and the dog's life story, and it turns out the dog had or has, what was it? I feel like I'm choking up saying it now.
It was, I'm sure.
Was it like leukemia or something?
I feel like it was leukemia.
And yeah, so
obviously. It was obviously very shit.
Yeah,
and we're dog people, as you know. You've seen Stan. We've got Pablo, and like we love dogs. Like and obviously chatting to this guy, and especially like because I've always found that it's either with not even car people, but a dog. I feel like if you're a dog person, you've got dogs.
It's like a mediator kind of thing.
Yeah. So I mean, this guy we'd have had nothing else to talk about, but then started talking about dogs, and then and he was telling us about his dog and his last dog that passed away and whatever else, and then we got on to films. And he recommended a couple of different films, didn't he?
Yeah. I don't think we even got on to films. He just came out with it. He was like, that was it. No, that was it. He was talking about his setup at home because he's an electrician.
Oh, yeah, that was it. Yeah. He was saying he like, Dolby, $7.7 million sound.
And then he was like, if you like films, watch this. What was the other one he mentioned?
There was Art of Racing in the Rain, and then it was Mark Wahlberg film.
It was about like dogs and cars again, wasn't it?
Yeah. No, the Mark Wahlberg one's about he's doing it's like,
was it just about
the most dangerous run or race in the world?
Oh, okay, all right.
And it's kind of like a triathlon type of thing.
Yeah.
But it's like it's extreme. It's an very extreme sport. Yeah. Really interesting film. But this dog ends up joining him. King Arthur.
Okay.
King Arthur, that's what the film's called.
Right.
But that was another good film. But Art of Racing in the Rain, if you like your old school cars, you like racing, you like dogs, watch the film. I guarantee you will love it. Guarantee it. I mean, I sent you videos of my missus afterwards,
pure
bawling her eyes out. And I'm not going to lie.
She bawls at anything.
But I was bawling my eyes out.
She was more than normal.
Well, I wasn't bawling my eyes out. But I was like, it was a seriously good film. I won't give away too much of the gist, but he's a race car driver.
Yeah.
So he raced for a motorsport team.
Who's the guy again?
Can't remember the actor's name, but he's been in quite a few things.
Well known, yeah.
But yeah, he's a race car driver, raced for a motorsport team, does a lot of testing and whatever else. And he basically ends up going to get a puppy, this dog. And it's a golden retriever. And
it was made by the people that did Marley and Me, so you know it's going to be sad.
Yeah. But yeah, the whole film is, I love it because his dog, the whole story is told from the dog's point of view.
Yeah.
And it's...
What I loved was, even though I've not seen it, I was like, when you told me about it, when that guy told us, I was looking it up, and the first pictures that come up with the dogs on the red carpet in the little suits and ties. I was like, that's amazing.
Yeah. But what I love is the dog is there talking about like the smell of burning rubber and this, that, because he's used to his dad going to these races and taking him with him. So he loves going out for a drive with him this, that, and
so he's just around it, like
he's just around motorsport.
In the same way that when Stan comes down here, he's not affected by the machine polishers and stuff.
It genuinely reminded me of me bringing Stan to work. Because I mean, at the old unit, he used to live with me constantly, and I only kind of stopped bringing him because P works at home and whatever else. So I do want to start bringing him here more often. But I think that's where I kind of felt it, because Stan's so used to being around cars and around us.
It doesn't scare him or anything.
It's just part of it. You could get in a V8 straight pipe, start it up, and he'll just look at you like...
Yeah, he's not like... Where's Pablo?
Pablo won't even enter the unit.
Yeah.
But what a film. In fact, I want to watch it again. But seriously cool film. But... his dog is named after his owner's favourite car.
Oh, it's Enzo, isn't it? Is he called Enzo?
Yeah. And
after Ferrari.
Yeah, and that's where that's where the ending gets me, because he gets to go out. I don't want to ruin it, but he gets to go out in his favourite car.
It's not quite dogs, but have you ever seen that? There was a film, and this might tie into like another film. Paul Walker was in a film about huskies, like the snow dogs. I can't remember what it was called, but it was basically, I think he gets like stranded somewhere with all of his dogs. He's like in like the North Pole or somewhere, and maybe he takes a dog with him, but basically a load of dogs have to get left behind, and he races to go and get help, basically. And obviously they're all okay, but yeah, it's like sad because you think they're gonna die. Maybe one of them does die. I can't remember, but yeah, it was around the time he was doing Fast and Furious 4, maybe something like that.
Yeah.
Which I was gonna say could lead us on to car films like Fast and
Furious. Well, it's got to be. I was gonna say the greatest franchise ever made for cars. I don't. It probably is the greatest in terms of...
What other franchises are there, car movie-wise?
I mean, there was Need for Speed, which was a bit...
Not really a franchise, though, is it?
I mean, I suppose, yeah, Fast and Furious is the
Trying to
only
think
real big one.
What else?
I mean, obviously, everyone always says the same. The first couple were the best ones. I mean, in all honesty...
it's called 8 Below. It came out in 2006.
8 Below?
Yeah. It's,
okay. I might give that a watch.
Yeah.
I'll add that
basically trying to save
list.
them before they freeze to death, I guess.
Yeah. I'll give that a watch. But yeah, obviously there's Fast and Furious, which is...
I mean, the first few were brilliant. Like
they were entertaining. They were never brilliant films.
No, they're not brilliant in like they're going to win Oscars.
No, I feel as though like again, I'll get loads of hate for this.
Like the first one wasn't ridiculous.
It was about street racing, and it was good. To
be honest, the first one's the storyline is good. Like it's street racers paying for parts on their cars by selling like stolen things. Like that's a pretty decent premise for a film. As good as a street racing film can be.
Yeah. True. I wouldn't say it was like
now when they're mercenaries like going into space, it's a bit different.
I gave up after a while.
But like it'd be hard to make like an Oscar-worthy film about street racing. Like you know what I mean? It'd be a bit difficult.
Doable. I think it's doable.
But I think you'd lose the aspect of the street racing thing. You'd have to, you know what I mean? You have to make it too.
Yeah.
It's one of them films where it's
a fun film.
Yeah.
Like, I won't take that away.
And the second one, I enjoyed the second one, again, because it kind of hadn't really been done.
Was Eve
that was
Longoria
yeah.
in that one?
Yeah, that was the one where, Paul Walker was going to get arrested. Well, no, he did get arrested, didn't he?
Yeah.
And then because of he let Dom go in the first one.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, do this, and then
we'll let you off. Yeah.
Which again, not a bad idea for a film.
Yeah.
Tokyo Drift wasn't too bad because it was
just entertaining.
It was different.
And then after that,
and then the fourth one, he just went, ooh. Literally like the cars that fly off the buildings.
Yeah, I know. It's just so bad. There was a need. I was looking forward to Need for Speed when that first came out.
I've never actually seen that.
And
no, I was never really that interested. Is it?
It's bad. I never liked it. I'm sure there's people out there that love the film.
Don't get me wrong, I go and see every Fast and Furious film. To be fair, the only one I've not seen is the Hobbs and Shaw one because I just think that's stupid. You can't make a spin-off of... I mean, they're all stupid, but...
It's The Rock in a Fast... And
I go and watch every one, me and Sarada, just because they're fun. Like, we know what to expect. I mean, to be fair, the last one, I think we did sit there and looked at each other like,
what is going on?
Why are we here?
I told you, didn't I, that I started watching... I don't know which Fast and Furious it was. I thought, I'll give it a go. And then Toretto's racing in Brazil, I think it is, maybe, or somewhere around
reverses.
there. Yeah. And
isn't it because the engine's on fire?
Yeah, his engine's on fire. So he's like, oh, shit, well, the only way I can win this is because if I drive forward, I'm going to get burnt alive. So I'll drive backwards and reverse it. So he wins the race in reverse. And somehow I feel like he was going through gears in reverse as well.
I don't think it's because you'd get burnt alive. I think it's because...
Yeah, the fire was coming through. It was coming through.
I thought it was because driving forward will feed it with air and make it get worse.
Maybe.
I think there was a little bit of logic to it.
Because then he just went, turns around and then he's like... in reverse.
This is for family.
Terrible. But then, Need for Speed was crap. Tell you what, one thing I really want to watch again that I haven't watched in years.
Gone in 60 Seconds?
Yeah.
I'd like to.
I really need to watch that film again.
Yeah. I was just going to say, what's your favourite car film?
My favourite car film?
Off the top of my head, that is probably it. But then there probably are others. Transporter, the first one, I really enjoyed. Probably because it's got an E38.
Only because I remember it so clearly. I would say genuinely, Art of Racing in the Rain is one of my favourite.
Okay, other than that, because you've only just seen it. Like, when I say car film, let's say like car action film rather than...
See, to be fair, Transporter
was sick.
Was banging.
Yeah.
What was he driving in that again? The first one. Was it an E38 in the first one?
Yeah.
What
it was a 328, but... 328, 728.
728. What a film. Yeah. Oh, I love that one.
And then he got... because they blew that up, and then I think he nicked someone's like S-Class motor.
Yes, yeah.
And then in the second, I think in the second and third, I think he had an A8 or an S8, which was all right, but
it's not the same.
Yeah,
it's not an E38. Yeah, that was a cracking film.
It was.
I'm trying to think what other really good car films are there. There will be some that we're just completely forgetting about.
Do you know what? I'm going to quickly Google it because otherwise we're
just. They're one of the best car scenes.
My timer's going to go off in 30 seconds. I'm just going to check.
Ronin. Oh,
I've never seen
one of my
Ronin.
favourite car scenes, genuinely. Bourne Identity, the Mini.
Oh, okay. I've not seen.
Remember the cars?
No.
Have you not seen Bourne Identity?
I've not seen any of the Bourne films or whatever they're called.
Right. Okay. Well, we might end up running out of battery.
Hold
so
on, I'm just going to check.
Check.
Well, it says it's still recording.
I mean, I need a piss as well.
We've got 4 minutes.
4 minutes. Right. Okay. So we'll wrap it up for 4 minutes. So what I'm going to say...
Set a timer for 3 minutes. Just so
I'm going to watch Transporter again. I'm going to watch... Oh, you need to watch Bourne Identity.
Yeah, I'm going to watch Gone in 60 Seconds again.
Yeah, Gone in 60 Seconds we need to add to the list again. But please go watch Art of Racing in the Rain and then just comment like your thoughts on it. Because, what a film. I loved it. But yeah, anyway, send us some topics in that you want to talk about for next time. We're going to get a guest on for the next episode and then we'll do just a little... session, me and Gaz again.
Answer more questions.
Yeah, let us know your thoughts on our YouTube video so far. And yeah, I mean, we need as much feedback as we can get because we are working tirelessly to make this work and entertain you guys and have fun with it. And yeah, we need it to pay off. So please,
we'd like to be able to get it full time.
Please share, please. Begging.
Yeah.
Share, like, subscribe. If you want to see more of us, not more of us, just more of us chatting shit. I'm sure you don't want to see us. But
if
anyway.
there's anything else you want to see as well, like if you want us to do a tour of this place or whatever, and speak to the tenants, anything like that.
Yeah. Or if you've got any guests that you want us to get on.
Yeah. If we can, well, yeah. Let's try and get some more famous. Right.
Anyway.
We'll leave it at that.
I need a piss.
Bye. Let's hope we don't die go-kart.
Love you.
See you later.
Stop recording.
Oh, I need a pass. Right. Need to go. Oh, yeah.